Brianna Stewart has taken it upon herself to kind of make up for, what happened last year, not taking the final shot in Game 4. What does it mean to see Stewie have that confidence and accept that burden as you close in on what could be a monumental night?
Yeah, I mean, that's what great players do. She kicked herself that, we didn't say, don't shoot that last one, just be you, play basketball. I think that's what she does really well. The pressure's not all on Stewie. It's all of us to go out there and execute at a high level, but we know we want her to be aggressive. I think she's earned that right to be aggressive because she's one of the best players to ever play this game. So we trust her 150%.
Appreciate your time inside.
Thank you, Sandy. Next question. Second row all the way to the left.
Hey, Coach. This series has been wire to wire the entire time with, some of them going your way and the others not your way. That you guys pull it away. Yeah,
look, I thought for the most part, we closed out. We played in the flow as much as we can. We got some good looks. Just couldn't finish it, but I thought it was our defense that we really have to lock in. We gave us too many easy stuff, miscommunication, not executing the schemes. I just think a little bit of anxiousness there, wanting to do too much. Just stay true to who we are. I think if we can just focus on that, great things can happen.
Sandy, front row to your right.
Looks good, Douglas.
Big game, big cut, right? You gotta look good.
Look good.
With a huge crowd tonight, and obviously so much on the line, is there a little bit of get through the first few minutes, the maybe anxiousness and excitement to play basketball as opposed to things may go a little off for you guys and for them also in the first couple minutes?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a big game. It's been a while since there's a Game 5 before and everyone's chasing the same goal of winning a WNBA championship. We know it's very hard. Of course there's going to be some nerves, but I think we had more nerves in the last game. I feel good about what we're showing now. I think some nerves are good. I think that's anticipation. It's a big moment. But I think we got to use the energy of our home crowd to help us, not just in the beginning, but for the whole 40 minutes.
Sandy, staying in the front row to the right.
Thanks, Sandy. Just in terms of your own routine today, after shoot-around, how much prep did you do? How much film did you watch? Just what was the afternoon like, and when did you kind of say, ready to go?
After I walked out of this arena after shoot-around, the prep was already done. It was more about getting rest. I had a pretty good nap. I needed it. It's been a big series, obviously staying up late, just getting prepared. But I just rested. I feel good coming into this game, and hopefully it'll be the right result.
Next question, third row to the left.
Hi, Coach. Something that Minnesota has found success with in the series is converting on the turnovers. In the last 2 games, Minnesota had the most points off turnovers by any Liberty opponent. What have just been some of the conversations with the team on just cleaning up the possessions and limiting that? Yeah, just understanding what they're trying to do, and us having a little bit more discipline at times. Having a plan when we do go one-on-one, and because they clog up the lanes quite well, and just making the simple passes. If we can do that, but if we can stay at the right pace, the 0.5 mentality, I think that helps us, and we're moving the ball quickly. We shouldn't get those silly turnovers. We've got to really limit them, and then obviously if it gets really physical, we just got to handle the pressure well with pressure releases, and but I think pace, that helps.
Sandy, next question, second row center.
Hi, Sandy.
Yeah.
So at your introductory press conference, at various points throughout your tenure here, the conversation has always been about what this is about, is to come and win a championship. It's something that you guys have talked about explicitly. And I wonder whether you've reflected on that here today and whether you've let yourself sort of feel it, that it's right here for the taking now for you tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we're at Game 5 now. Someone's going to be named champion after this. And, I mean, this was always the goal, is, we went out and got really talented players, and I think that they've come together in these 2 years together, and the chemistry, they're all great players, but everyone has to sacrifice a little bit. And overall, I think we play the game in the right way. They play team basketball, and I think that's fun, and they enjoy it as well. I try not to think too far ahead, to be quite honest, Howard. I try and stay in the moment because, I think we wanted it all so much in that last game, and I think that affected us going into the game. So I think now Well, okay, it's, win or go home, isn't it? And we've been in these situations before, and I think, and being on our home court, we worked for this, so we have to make the most of it now.
Sandy, next question, front row to your left.
Hey, Sandy. I'm just curious what the mantra is that you're going to preach to the team tonight, and also what is the mantra that you say to yourself to maybe stay calm?
Yeah, I suppose for me, I was probably a little anxious in the morning, to be quite honest, but once I get into the game, like now, I'm very calm. But maybe because I'm old now, I've been in many of these World Cups, Olympics. If you want pressure, do a World Cup in your home country, that's pressure. And lose the first game. And then come back, and just, you have to just focus on what you can control. I think that's for us. I just want them to go out like, this is something that we do. We love this game. So I think just, go and, passion, this is fun. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. And same thing for me. We've been doing this for such a long time. It's like, stay true to who you are. And I know I say that a lot. No one needs to do any more than what they haven't already done. Don't go outside of yourself. If we can do that, I think that's when great things happen.
Sandy, next question, second row center.
Hi, Coach. Lauren with the 9450. Can you just talk about Niara Sabli's impact on this series and how important it is, how important this experience is, and how important it will be for her career as she moves forward?
Yeah, been really, really happy. I think Niara, probably last game was her probably least effective game there, but she still gave us good minutes. She missed some, obviously, she got a charge, she got an offensive rebound, she missed a few shots there, but I think just she can be a little bit of a game changer. And I think that her coming in, just her mobility, her way she can get down to the rim, I think she's defended really well this series. And that's a part of a growth. The only way you learn is by being in these moments. And she is a young player. She hasn't played a lot of basketball these last few years, but we have the utmost confidence in her to go out there and be great tonight.
We have time for just a couple more. Sandy, next question, fourth row center.
Hey, Sandy.
Hey, Mose.
We've seen a bunch of different offensive approaches from Leonie Phoebish throughout this series. In Game 2, she said B was hot, so she took a back seat. And then in Game 3, she hits all the threes. Last game was probably the most aggressive we've seen her all season, attacking the rim and attacking her mismatches. What have you seen throughout this playoff run in her evolution as an offensive weapon for you guys?
Yeah, it just shows how much she has as an offensive player. And we've been encouraging her to be on her front foot. We know she's a great three-point shooter. She's got great size. She reads the game well. She cuts well. But we still want to get the ball in her hands and take what defense gives us. We talk about paint touches. I think that's really important for us. We didn't get any paint touches the first 2.5 minutes of the game, and basketball, if you're playing the right way, you need paint touches to get good to great. And she has that ability to get downhill. So really, really happy with that. And she's such the ultimate competitor, at both ends. We're asking her to defend everybody and then come down in the offensive end and be a really strong spark there as well.
Sandy, staying in the fourth row of the center, this will be our last question.
Hi, Sandy. I was wondering if you could just talk about this series. You mentioned it's been a minute since we've had a Game 5. Just being in this situation, how crazy it's been, just zooming out and talking about this whole week.
Yeah, I mean, I'd wish it didn't go to Game 5, but here we are. But look, I think, in the end, it just shows how the level of the talent that we have in the WNBA, and obviously us just competing, but the other teams too. I thought this is one of the strongest seasons I've ever been a part of. I've been in this league for a long, long time as a player and a coach. I think the skill level continues to get better. I think there's the innovation of the game, and that just goes to the next level. So I think it's great for women's basketball. I think it's, we're getting a lot of eyes on us. I think that's fantastic. It's going to be really loud here. It's going to be rocking around New York. So hopefully we have something to celebrate, in a few hours. Appreciate it.